What's going on, STIM junkies? Hi, STIM Ace here, and I hope you guys are gearing up for the weekend, getting ready for High STIM Saturday. I'm super excited because I got a bunch of goods that came in this past week, some from the UK, some from right here in the US, and some hidden secret bunker. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you got to check out the Instagram at High STIM Ace. If you're following this video, you should be following me on there as well. So with that being said, guys, today I'm reviewing a pre-workout that I'm really excited about reviewing. And this one here originally came out about a year and a half ago, something like that, I want to say. The pre-workout that we are going to be reviewing is OMMI, Holy Energy. Now, this here is a little bit different than the previous version that I was talking about from about a year and a half ago, because that version was an amazing pre-workout, and that was technically meant to be a daily driver. There was nothing illicit in there, no gray area stimulants, nothing like that. But that was an amazing, fully loaded, fully dosed daily driver. As a matter of fact, it was on my top 10 list for daily drivers, or top 7, I forgot what it was, for 2025. Definitely an amazing pre-workout and stood the test of time. Now, OMMI hit me up and they told me that they have a new version, and this is just a regular new flavor or anything like that. This is actually a collaboration they did with a Mexican brand. I believe they're called Human. I don't really know much about them. Their page is in Spanish, so I don't really know all that much about that. But they did this collaboration and they definitely turned this pre-workout up a couple of notches. So let's not waste any more time. Let's roll that freaking intro and let's get ready to review OMMI in 2026. Alright guys, so here we are in 2026. We have a new tub of OMMI Holy Energy. This one here is powered by Human. So this is a collaboration they're doing with a Mexican brand, and it is supposed to be more of a high stim version of that original pre-workout, which did get one of my top daily driver positions of 2025. As you guys could see, nice edgy aesthetic over here. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Glacier beverage from Gatorade. I'm forgetting the name of it, Glacier Ice or something, but I do like the aesthetic. It's nice. It's still a fat tub as far as I can remember, and it just looks really badass in 2026. So as you guys saw, the tub on here is really cool. It's got a little bit of this aggressive branding going on here, a little bit of that angry marketing. Holy Energy by OMMI, powered by Human, really cool. And this is the only flavor they have. It's the Frost Rush flavor, which for whatever reason, it got me thinking of Gatorade. I don't know why. I think they have like that glacier white kind of flavor that I used to drink a couple of years ago. So this, right off the bat, just from the marketing and the color, and by the way, there is no food coloring in here. It's just a regular white see-through type of liquid. So really reminded me of that Gatorade. And it actually kind of tastes similar, like a white cherry slush kind of flavor, but with a little bit of chemical back end. It's a pretty decent tasting pre-workout. Probably give it like a 7 out of 10 if I cared about flavor, but you guys know we don't give a damn about flavor. This is all about how the pre-workout hits in the real world. Now we're going to go ahead and break down this label because it is a pretty loaded label and there's a lot of ingredients in here, and there's a couple that weren't in the previous version. They took one of the ingredients out. We're going to break it down, and then we're going to talk about the effects in the gym where it matters most. All right, guys, so looking at the supplement facts here, you're getting 1 scoop for the full serving size. You're getting 20 servings per container, and 1 scoop comes in at 24 grams. So I think it's a little bit heavier than the previous version. Now, it's been a while since I had the old formula, but I think that one was closer to 18 or 19 grams. I could be wrong, but it's been a while since I ran it. This one here is 24 grams. The scoop, mine came in just a little bit light, maybe at like 21 and a half, 22 grams. So if you want the full dose, as always, make sure to weigh it out on a digital kitchen scale. And this is definitely one you do want to weigh out because it's a builder, and it's going to come in pretty strong a little bit after the training session, or rather during the training session. We're going to talk more about that in a moment, but definitely one you don't want to be overdosing. So let us begin. We got L-citrulline mally 2-to-1 ratio coming in at 8 grams for the pumps, very good dose. Beta-alanine 3.2 grams for the tingles, lactic acid buffering, all that other fun stuff. L-tyrosine 3 grams. Man, I love 3 grams of L-tyrosine, definitely my favorite nootropic, and it's just one of these ingredients that synergizes well in pretty much every pre-workout it's in, whether it's 1 gram, 2 grams, 3 grams. I always prefer 3 to 5. That is my sweet spot, but 3 grams is definitely a good dose. We got betaine anhydrous for strength output, 2.5 3.5 grams, L-taurine, which is for performance, athletic benefits, 1 gram, N-acetyl L-carnitine hydrochloride, 1 gram for some thermogenesis, alpha-GBC, more nootropic, 600 milligrams, clinical dose, I like it, theobromine, 500 milligrams. Man, we are entering a polynutrition dosing territory right now, okay? You're going to see a lot of other companies, 100, 150, maybe 200. You're getting 500 in here of theobromine, which adds a nice smooth stimulation, kind of like the unofficial cousin to caffeine, and I really like me some theobromine. Pink Himalayan sold for additional pumps, 500 milligrams. Juniper berry extract, 200 milligrams. Now, this is an interesting ingredient. I know Insane Labs are really high in this ingredient. It's basically something that's going to amplify the effectiveness of the stimulant, the way your body absorbs and processes it, and it's also going to add like a little extra layer, a little bit of an extra kick. I don't think it actually does anything on its own, but I know they also put this ingredient in certain energy drinks, and it does help kind of kick it up a notch. We got citrus aquarium extract, which is 30% synephrine, 200 milligrams. So, guys, I flunked math, but 30% of 200, whatever that number is, that's how much synephrine you're going to get in here for additional sweats, and we like the sweating. Grapeseed extract, 200 milligrams. Alpha-yohimbine hydrochloride, Rowolfia leaves, 3.5 milligrams. That is a pretty big dose, and it leads me to believe that a lot of you guys are going to be scared because you guys just hear Alpha-Yo, you're already running for the hills. At least half of you guys, but you true Alpha-Yo warriors, you better stick around because 3.5 grams is no joke. And then you have the Tooth Club Moss huperzine extract, 200 micrograms, standardized at 1%, okay, for more focus. And lastly, this is interesting. You have the triphase caffeine blend. So you're getting caffeine anhydrous, caffeine dicaffeine malate, and caffeine citrate for the fast-acting. A total of 400 milligrams of caffeine. But it's interesting that they put this at the very end. I've never seen a label do that, put the caffeine at the very end. It's interesting, but whatever. It is what it is, guys. Fully loaded label. As you can see, they spared no expenses. But how does this hit in the real world, in the gym, where it matters most? Before STIM breaks down my experience running the all-new OMMI Holy Energy powered by Anti-Human 2 times over the past week. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow STIM junkie or a pre-workout enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Alright guys, so right off the bat I have to tell you that this thing is definitely an aggressive type of pre-workout, but it's not similar to products such as Edge of Insanity or the multiple psychotic variants where you're going to feel it in like 12 to 15 minutes. This is a builder, and I said that at the top of the video, gave you guys a little tease, a little bit of a breadcrumb trail that leads you right here to the effect section. This is definitely a builder type of pre-workout, but it comes in multiple phases, which makes this a very interesting and unique and prolonged type of experience. So the first thing that I got on here was the focus and the mood elevation. There's definitely a nice mood elevating component. Now, obviously no 2-amino in here, no araya either. So there's no gray area ingredients, nothing to really give you that floaty head high, but it's a very uplifting, mood elevating type of product. And I do attribute that to the nootropics in here. The 3 grams of tyrosine right off the bat, 15 minutes in, you're going to feel that coming in. And I guess the caffeine also kicks in around the same time. So it kind of amplifies the nootropic feeling. You really do have an in the bubble kind of feeling, almost like there's 20, 30 milligrams of noopept in here. I know it's not in here, but I'm saying it kind of feels like that. Very, very good nootropic package, very well-sourced nootropics in here. And you're going to feel the energy at that 15-minute mark start to build up. However, the 3.5 milligrams of Alpha-Yo, I didn't really feel that until about the 40, 45-minute mark. I got to the gym, started training about 20 minutes after consuming the drink, and I was into it. I had already enough energy to go by the 20-minute mark to get to my sets, and I did train one day after work, so that is the true test. When I'm really, really tired after a long day and I can get in a good workout, that is really the true test of how this pre-workout's effectiveness actually works. And this one is really, really nice. It comes in, like I said, 15 minutes or so, but it isn't until like the 40-minute mark that Alpha-Yo comes in, and you're going to feel all 3.5 milligrams of this Alpha-Yo, and it comes in pretty strong at that point. So you're starting off the session, you're focused, you have the energy from the caffeine, you're feeling good, you're feeling positive, you're in the moment, you're energized, there's a little bit of an aggression, a little bit of thermogenesis also, by the way, because you do have the synephrine in here, and there was another ingredient in here as well, the N-acetyl L-carnitine hydrochloride, 1 gram. So obviously less than the clinical dose, but still enough to reap some benefits, help with some fat shuttling to the muscle, and just have you sweating a little bit. Alpha-O also contributes a little bit indirectly to thermogenesis. So if you're one of these people that like taking a fully loaded pre-workout that's got your pumps, it's got your focus, it's got your energy package, but it also adds a nice little sweat, a nice little thermogenic edge that has you kind of hopped up physically and mentally, this is definitely something you're going to like. Great pumps on this, by the way. No need to stack anything on top of it. You could theoretically put some pump caps on it if you guys want to add a little bit of nitrates or something like that, but honestly, it's not necessary. This is definitely more of a high stim pre-workout than the previous version. The previous version of OMMI, it was a very, very high-end, top-shelf type of daily driver, but it was a daily driver. It got to a certain point, and it just kind of stuck there for a little while, and then it faded, which is exactly what you want from a daily driver. But with this Stim Junkie version here, and I don't know if I would really call this a Stim Junkie pre-workout or a medium stim. I'm kind of leaning towards medium stim because this definitely doesn't hit as hard as some of the other Alpha-O pre-workouts. If I had to compare this to one pre-workout that I ran in like the last year or so, it would probably be Void from After Dark Subs. Very, very similar effects. You feel that energy, the mood, and the nootropic feeling within the first 15-20 minutes, but then at the 45-50 minute mark, that Alpha-O, that delayed Alpha-O comes in, and you're almost going to get like a second wind and really, really be in that go, go, go mode for that last 40 minutes or whatever it is. So if you're planning on training for like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes, this is a great option. This is great for you guys that love taking the DMHA pre-workouts or the AA pre-workouts or whatever, bath salts, whatever you guys are into in 2026, go crazy. But if you guys want to come off the crazy stuff once or twice a week and you still want a pre-workout that's going to kick your ass and give you that tweaked out energy, this is a great option. And I think you stim heads are really going to like it. More of a medium stim, but a really, really strong medium stim, really just bordering on that stim junkie level. It's not illicit, it's not underground, it's nothing like that, but it's a really, really effective, aggressive pre-workout with a mood elevation, a good pump, a good nootropic package, and not really a crash on this one, which is really, really good. So one con I would have to mention on this, I guess because of the synephrine or whatever, I was peeing a lot on it. There was like a little bit of that delayed urination, but not on the level of taking a 2-amino pre-workout. It's potent, it's strong, so I'm going to say if you guys are more casual when it comes to these pre-workouts, probably start off at half a dose, 3/4 of a dose to assess your tolerance, and then you can build up to the full 24-gram dose. But overall, guys, very, very solid. I really like it, and I'd like to thank OMMI for sending this one my way for review. I appreciate it, but as always, you guys know I'm going to be honest and truthful because you, the viewers, come first. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and pick it up over at NutriCartel.com. They are the only place that's selling it. Discount code ACE15 to save 15% off your entire order. And that's it, guys. That is the review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope you check this one out because it is a very solid option. It's not quite on the Stim Junkie level, but it is really, really close. And a lot of guys are looking for that in-between level that they can take once, twice a week when coming down from the crazy stuff. So check it out, guys. Give them a follow on Instagram as well. Great people, great brand. I really like it. Can't wait to see what's next. And don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the bell, follow the Instagram, all that other fun stuff. And I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.